We know that gravity has a big role in our life. There is a huge gravitational force between us and the Earth that keeps us standing on the Earth, stuck to the Earth, and it helps us walk, move, and do everything else we would like to do. One might wonder, what's the role of gravity in the cosmos, in the whole universe? Actually, gravity plays a very important role in how the universe operates. For example, it is responsible for holding huge amounts of primordial gases. What we mean when we say primordial gases, gases that were produced during the Big Bang, mainly hydrogen isotopes and nebulas. Now, this picture here shows us an example of a nebula. It is a huge amount of gas that looks like this to us from far away. Now, not with a naked eye, this is with a telescope. And you notice here, this nebula is not uniform in density. There are places that look darker than the others, suggesting that the density of the gases within the nebula is not uniform. Gravity actually is responsible for the more dense parts of the nebula to coalesce into stars. In other words, to become stars. The word nebula is essentially a nursery for stars. That's what we mean by it. So the more dense parts of the nebula condense even more and become stars. And within stars, it is responsible for allowing primordial gas atoms, nuclei actually, to approach each other and fuse into larger atoms. For example, 4 hydrogens fuse into helium. Gravity is also responsible for stars, nebula, and other celestial objects attracting each other in galaxies. Without that attraction, each one of them is going to move independently of each other, and we will not have galaxies altogether. It is responsible for stars orbiting other larger stars or black holes. Stars and galaxies don't move in a straight line. Whenever something is not moving at a constant speed in a straight line, it must be affected by a force. In this case, it's going to be a gravitational force between that particular celestial object, like a star, and another celestial object, a larger star or a black hole. It is also, likewise, it is responsible for planets, asteroids, and comets orbiting stars in solar systems. Without gravity between the star and each of these celestial objects, planets, asteroids, and comets, each one of them will move in a straight line at a constant speed. Moreover, it is responsible for moons and rings orbiting planets. Without gravity between the moons and the rings and the planet, the moons and the rings would move at a constant speed in a straight line. Okay, moreover, gravity is responsible for light not being able to escape black holes. Why are they black holes? Because no light can escape them. When you shine light over a black hole, it's not going to bounce back. It's not going to be able to escape that black hole because of the strong gravitational force at the surface of the black hole. And gravity is responsible for light from distant galaxies bending, not moving in a straight line, on its way to us. When we take telescopes and look at distant galaxies, the light coming from them is not coming towards us in a straight line, because in its way towards us, it's going to get close to some large galaxies, some large, massive celestial objects that are going to attract it with a gravitational force.